This is the tale of the little match girl. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who was forced by her asshole father to go out into the extreme cold, shoeless and starving, to sell matches. Selling matches themselves was not a particularly lucrative trade. I doubt anyone has purchased a match since 1931. They're only worth about 4 cents. So in many respects, not only was her father a giant asshole, but someone with little to no business acumen. The little match girl stood there freezing and shivering in the cold, while her father kicked up his feet in his mansion, looking over the particulars of a commission to build a boat out of Italian sports cars before adjourning to his Scrooge McDuck money room. The little match girl was cold, hungry, and had to pee. She was so desperate, she lit a match for warmth. In the light, she saw a vision of her grandmother, who was the only person who ever loved her. "Your father is a piece of shit. He inherited that money," said her grandmother. "If I was alive, I'd help you, but I'm not. So you're going to have to figure out a way to take that f***er down." The little match girl was still cold, so she lit another match. In the glow, she saw another vision. It was herself, frozen to death, which she found a little depressing, but it also gave her an idea. See yourself. People stare at their phones all the time, at Twitter, Facebook, texts, emails, and other stuff. She would create an app that would let you look at yourself, a mirror app. In a world of narcissism, it would be perfect. She would call it the iFlexion, and it would give you a reason to look at your phone when you weren't already staring at your phone. She hired a friend who, just like in the movies, was able to write the code for an app in just a few hours, unlike real life where it takes months of trial and error. The app was a huge success. People were staring at themselves and pretending they were checking stuff. Soon, the little match girl was rich. So rich she could afford shoes. So rich she could pee in a real bathroom anytime she wanted. So rich she bought a Lamborghini LP 570/54 Squadra Corse. But she didn't forget what her grandmother told her in the vision she had. So she dropped the dime on her father and told the feds about his illegal gambling business, where he rebroadcast, reproduced, and made other use of the pictures and accounts of baseball games with only implied oral consent. And Major League Baseball takes that shit seriously. So he ended up losing all his money and went off to jail, where he got shivved a month later for taking someone's low-fat chocolate pudding. Come back next week where you'll hear the tale of Gale the Whale and his pet snail, Brian.